Both sides of the story.
We always need to hear both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Time now for both sides of the story on Power 106 FM. We will not take sides.
New kids on the block.
Join us as we explore the issues,
Yeah.
present the facts, speak with the 922-4114 and 922-4115. You can listen to both sides of the story on the Gleaner's website, www.go-jamaica.com, on your mobile phones at tunein.com or novex.com, or by dialing 832-551-5045 or 213-493-0133 in the USA. If you're in the UK, you can dial 020-3519-0145, and in Germany, 051-180-904044. Our email address is bothsides106@live.com, and you can join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or link us up on Skype. We look forward to receiving your instant messages on MSN or Yahoo, and your text messages on 365-3346. Remember, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. So stay with us as we listen to both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Power 106.
Each second we live is a new and unique moment of the universe. A moment that will never be again. And what do we teach our children? We teach them that 2 and 2 make 4, and that Paris is the capital of France. When will we also teach them what they are? We should say to each of them, do you know what you are? You are a marvel. You are unique. All the years that have passed, there has never been another child like you. Your legs, your arms, your clever fingers, the way you move. You may become a Shakespeare, a Michelangelo, a Beethoven. You have the capacity for anything. Yes, you are a marvel. And when you grow up, can you then harm another who is like you, a marvel? You must work. We must all work to make the world worthy of its children.
This is a very serious message, so all of you, please listen. There are some people living in this world. They have no food to eat, they have no place to go. But we are God's children, we have to learn to love one another. Just remember they could be us, remember we are our brothers. I'm not trying to darken up the day. I help others in need and show them there's a better way. This one's for the children of the world. This one's for the children. We got you there in his throne. Many people are happy, and many people are sad. Some people have many things that others can only wish they had. So for the sake of the children, show them that's the only way to go. Cause there are tomorrow, people that got to know. I'm not trying to lighten up the day. I help others in need to show them there's a better way. This one's for the children of the world. This one's for the children. Keep them in his throne. This one's for the children. The children of the world. This one's for the children. May God keep them in his hands. Only for the children of the world. Oh, only for the children of the world. Many people are happy, many people are sad. This one's for the children and so proud. The children of the world.
It's the International Decade of Healthy Aging, the International Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, the International Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, the Decade of Action for Road Safety, and the UN International Decade of Indigenous Languages. It's the 8th day of the 5th month of 2023, the International Year of Millets, cereals grown in warm countries and regions with poor soils, bearing a large crop of small seeds, which are chiefly used to make flour. 2023 is also the International Year of Dialogue as a guarantee of peace. The American Hospital Association and affiliated American health organizations are marking May as Mental Health Awareness Month, Stroke Awareness Month, Arthritis Awareness Month, Better Hearing and Speech Month, Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month, Global Employee Health and Fitness Month, Healthy Vision Month, Hepatitis Month, Melanoma, Skin Cancer Detection and Prevention Month, Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month, Celiac Disease Awareness Month, High Blood Pressure Education Month, Osteoporosis Awareness and Prevention Month, Lupus Awareness Month, Physical Fitness and Sports Month, Teen Pregnancy Prevention Month, and Older Americans Month. The month of May is being observed here in Jamaica as Child Month and National Exporters Month, Lupus Awareness Month, Workers Month, and Education Month. In fact, Education Week started yesterday, Sunday, the 7th of May, 2023. The church service was held at St. George's Anglican Church on Great George Street in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland. Tomorrow is Read Across Jamaica Day, with reading activities in downtown Kingston, Jamaica, and 3 simultaneous JTA, as in Jamaica Teachers Association, regional satellite events. Wednesday is also Teachers' Day. Thursday is Helen Stills Professional Development Day. Friday will see award functions organized by corporate entities for educators, while Saturday is reserved for Adventists' participation. It's Armistice Day, VE Day in Switzerland, St. Martin, Pierre et Miquelon, France, Norway, French Guiana, New Caledonia, the UK, the USA, Guadeloupe, and Martinique. It's Liberation from Fascism Day in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. On this, the 8th day of Child Month 2023, it's Parents' Day in South Korea. And the world is celebrating Red Cross Day. In fact, the Jamaica Red Cross is marking 75 years of humanitarian service in Jamaica. We started out this afternoon with the poetry of Pau Casals, P-A-U-C-A-S-A-L-S, Pau Casals. And you've been listening to New Kids on the Block with their song, This One's for the Children. Hoy es lunes, el 8 de mayo 2023. Y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa, Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado, porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones. Y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado, porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones. Y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes, desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde, aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos. C'est lundi le 8 mai 2023 et nous vous saluons tous qui nous écoutez, que vous soyez dans le monde. Nous sommes reconnaissants du don de la vie ainsi que du privilège d'être à votre service par une nouvelle édition de votre programme Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre. Nous ne considérons pas votre fidélité comme l'industrie parce que nous savons que vous avez l'embarras du choix. C'est pourquoi nous n'oublions jamais de vous remercier de choisir d'écouter Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre, du lundi au vendredi de 10h à 5h de l'après-midi sur notre antenne Power 106 FM. Nous continuons notre mission d'éduquer, d'habiliter, d'éclairer et d'encourager l'esprit d'entreprise. Bienvenue.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:15. Farming today is becoming more technologically driven. No wonder Jacto farming equipment has the cutting edge. With Jacto, you are guaranteed sprayers that are durable, user-friendly, low maintenance, have controlled application, efficient and practical. Call Caribbean Chemicals Jamaica at 876-757-0022 and inquire about our Jacto manual and battery-operated sprayers and our tractor-mounted boom and cannon sprayers.
Are you
planning to buy land or property? Before you make your purchase, find out who is the legal owner or who is legally authorized to sell the property. Ensure all property tax payments are up to date and consult an attorney at law who will guide you through the process and protect your interests. Use Eland Jamaica at nla.gov.jm to check on matters pertaining to property information. For more information, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. Email asknla@nla.gov.jm or WhatsApp us at 876-418-5089. The National Land Agency, one goal, to serve you better. Tune in to Farm Talk every second and third Tuesday of each month at 6:18 a.m. for the feature Hypro Food Independence. Hypro Food Independence will focus on solutions for farmers, such as land, animal husbandry, agronomy, and more. That's Hypro Food Independence every second and third Tuesday from 6:18 to 6:30 a.m. during Farm Talk, only on Power 106 FM. Hypro Food Independence is sponsored by Hypro. No food to eat, we have no place to go. But we are God's children. We have to learn to love one another. Just remember they could be us. Remember we are our brothers. I'm not trying to darken up the day. I help others in need and show them there's a better way. This one's for the children.
If you missed the Spanish and the French, here's the English. It's Monday, the 8th of May, 2023, and we greet you well, wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices. And that's why we never ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to both sides of the story, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome. And this one is for Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Sprint icon Shelly Ann Fraser Price is the 2023 Laureus Sportswoman of the Year. Five-time World 100-meter champion Shelly Ann Fraser Price has been named the 2023 Laureus Sportswoman of the Year. Fraser Price was given the award at today's Laureus World Sport Awards in Paris. Congratulations, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. All the very best. Also trending at this time on the Gleaner's website, constable killed in highway crash identified. Condolences to the family of the deceased. Trinidadian student allegedly commits suicide hours before CXC exams. What a tragedy. To be as sensitive as possible in relating to our children, especially in this high season of exams. The expectations are great, no doubt, and there are students who will do well, others who will perhaps need to try again in terms of getting a score, a grade, an outcome that is favorable to their future. So please take it easy with them. Just give them all the support right now. They've already started sitting the exams. Surround them with your support. Make sure they are well fed and mostly on the healthy food items. Just do your best, please. Both students and parents, especially at this time. East Portland residents again block roads to press demand for water, which is a tragedy, isn't it? The parish that gets the most water in the history of this country, the parish of Portland, and they're having water issues. They have been having water issues, which is why we keep saying, by quoting the experts, we have asked them many times, and they keep telling us, Jamaica does not have a water shortage problem. Jamaica has a water management problem. Jamaica has a water distribution problem. Another one, teenage girl and 2 others arrested following Westmoreland gun seizure. US wants airlines to pay for hotels and meals when cancellations are their fault. Those are just some of the stories trending on the jamaica-gleaner.com website. And there's also that tragedy of the fire deep in gold mine in southern Peru, killing 27 workers. One would think we're in an age now with all these technologies and devices that more lives would be saved. And indeed, more lives are being saved. Surely, there's still a lot more work to be done. Let's say good afternoon and welcome to as many of our listeners and viewers as possible. Norman Hines in St. Thomas says, blessed afternoon, Sir Dervan, Malcolm, and listeners. Blessed afternoon, Norman Hines. Sophia Nemad says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sophia Nemad in Newell, St. Elizabeth. Opal Shaw says, good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. Thank you for keeping us informed. Atlanta, Georgia. Good to hear from you, Opal Shaw, and all the other Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica in Atlanta, Georgia. Lots of love to you. Rani Bell in St. Thomas as well says, good day, blessings to you too, Rani Bell. Paul A. Skeen, who just happens to be a member of the team here at Power 106 FM, says, happy birthday to my daughter, Danielle. Love always. And you know it's female when it's spelled Danielle. If it's only one L, then we're talking about a male, M-A-L-E. Daniel, that's the male equivalent of Daniel. Danielle is the female equivalent. Happy birthday to Paul Skeen's daughter, Danielle. And interestingly enough, the last 4 letters of Daniel's name in French refers to female, she, or her, along the same lines. Sophia Nemard says, congrats, Shelley, in relation to Shelley and Fraser Price copying the Laureate Sportswoman Award. Nicola in Central Jamaica, buenas tardes to you too. Thank you very much for joining us. And all the very best as we continue with more on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Let's see who else is messaging us. Let's see. Jervis says, she sent us a message earlier on. She says, do you still have contact with Music 99? I am fuming and very upset that was the station was dissolved. Music 99 FM was my favorite radio station. I still remember a lot of the songs they played, but I can't find them anywhere on the internet. S'il vous plaît, vous m'aidez, merci beaucoup. So then she gives us a bit of French towards the end there by saying, please help me. Thanks a lot. Merci beaucoup. So we did respond to let her know that Music 99 FM, that frequency, was eventually a couple of years ago. Is it 2 years yet? Time flies. Essentially bought out by an entity which has in its makeup Jam 93.5 FM based in New York. And since then, they've been trying to position what is now known as, so 99 on the band is now the Bridge 99 FM. What used to be Music 99 FM is now the Bridge 99 FM. And the idea behind it is to further cement that stations, or to create their own brand of a diaspora media entity, to broaden their scope and their reach. And we wish them well. So that's what has happened, Jarvis. Thank you very much for your message. Crocs in Black River says, greetings. How comes I haven't heard anyone being critical of Daryl Vaz for saying when anyone disses his wife and his party, he gets wicked? When Mark Golding had told comrades to get wicked on them, there was criticism coming from every aperture of civil society and the media. Am I certain that such utterance from a Mark Golding did not have a sinister ring? I'm sorry, let's read that again. And I am certain that such utterance from a Mark Golding did not have a sinister ring. From Crocs in Black River. Thank you very much for your message, Crocs in Black River. As we have said before, and we're saying it again, that the way in which we express ourselves, the way in which we carry ourselves, the way in which we comport ourselves tells us a lot about those individuals. It's plain and simple. So those of us who know better should just continue to do better. And as we always say, there is only one way to lead, and that is by example. So those of us who call ourselves leaders, perhaps now would be a good time for us to check ourselves. Clarky Bless in Hunstown, St. Mary says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Happy Monday to you and your listeners. That's it. Clarky Bless in Hunstown, St. Mary. Thank you very much for your messages. As usual, good to have you on board your program, Both Sides of the Story. Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Live on your smart devices all over the world. Taking your calls on 876-922-4112 to 5. But we just have, we have no more time at this time because it's time for today's edition of Land Solutions.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:30. The following segment of Land Solutions is brought to you by Supreme Real Estate, Main Street, Salem, Runaway Base in town. Supreme Real Estate, licensed real estate dealers, the experts in residential, commercial, industrial, hotels, and villa sales, rentals, and leases. Supreme Real Estate, Main Street, Salem, Runaway Base in town. Call 876-973-5026 or 876-973-6142 and email supremerealestate@cwjamaica.com.
It's a Monday afternoon, just after 2:30, and that means time for Land Solutions. Land Solutions, the program where all your land-related matters are dealt with. Any issues with respect to the sale or purchase of land, you've come to the right place. Here are the numbers to call: 876 922 4113 to 5. 876 922 4113 to 5. The website is landsolutionsja.com. landsolutionsja.com. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/landsolutionsja, facebook.com/landsolutionsja. The email address is gloria@landsolutionsja.com. gloria@landsolutionsja.com. The law firm Brown, Findley and Company is headquartered in Suite 39 of the Winchester Business Center, which is at 15 Hope Road in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. They also have an office at Shop 6 upstairs, the Jamaica National Building in Ocho Rios, St. Anne. You're encouraged to call ahead before turning up at the offices of Brown, Findley and Company, whether in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew or Ocho Rios, St. Anne. And we look forward to your full participation. 876 922 4113 to 5. That's 876 922 4113 to 5. And the text line is the same as the WhatsApp number for Land Solutions: 876 881 5254. 876 881 5254. Having an issue connecting with our host on today's edition of Land Solutions. Attorney at Law, Gloria Brown. And just before Attorney at Law Gloria Brown takes the calls, let's remind you of the number for today on Land Solutions, the text line, same as the WhatsApp number, which is 876 387 3183. 876 387 3183. Any questions at all with respect to the sale or purchase of land? This is the place, this is the time. And here once again is your host for today, Attorney at Law, Gloria Brown.
Thank you, Dervan, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again to Land Solutions. Please give me a call, 922411325. The numbers, 922411325, and please send me the text messages at 3873183, 3873183, any matter related to land ownership. You want to buy a property, you want to sell a property, you want to get a title for a property. And if you want to get a title for your property, just send me a text message, a WhatsApp message to 3873183, or you have to say the word title. 3873183, send me a message. I'm not sure if I'm on, Dervan.
Yes, you are. You are on.
Okay. Yes, I am on. Thank you so much. Yes, so listeners, you can send me the WhatsApp message. Just say the word title, 3873183, and immediately I will send you exactly what I want from you to get a title. Also, I spoke to a listener earlier. I want to encourage persons. You have a property to sell. You will not just make an arrangement to, I'm going to sell you the property for $5 million, and then call Miss Brown, I'm selling a property to someone for $5 million. Can you please represent me? I want you to get a valuation for your property. Okay, I want you to get the property valued before before you come to an agreement. A lot of times, person will say, "But Miss Brown, I have to pay for the valuation." But what's the difference? You're paying an extra 50,000 for the valuation to find that the place is valued 1 million more. Because a lot of us, we have this in our mind to say, hey, 5 million sold a lot, so I'm going to sell it for 5. And you check it and it's valued 10. If you don't want to do an expensive valuation, a lot of the valuers will do what we call an estimate of value or a letter of valuation. It's not going to be that big book with all the photographs and all the things, but it will be maybe a 2-page document just to give you an idea of what they think. It's not something that you can take to the bank if you're going to borrow money, but it will give you a good idea. Because I've said it before that some persons have sold properties and when they see what the buyers have done with the properties, they don't even want to drive on that road again. When they're going to where they come from, they use another route because it hurts up their heads when they see what has happened to the property they sold because it literally gave it away. I told someone that years ago a gentleman called me from abroad wanting to sell a property because the tenant was buying the property and he had got a valuation for 15 million. So he asked me to represent him in selling the property. And I insisted on a valuation. And when I got the valuation, the property was valued, I think, for 35 million. The tenant had got a valuation for 15 million. When I got a valuation, it was 35 million. And I'm using that to just encourage, especially those outside of Jamaica. When you hear 15 million and so on, it sounds a lot of money. But when you convert it, it's not that much. It's not even 100,000 US. So get your property value. Don't be penny wise and pound foolish and say, hey, Miss Brown, I'm not going to value it because I have to pay the value of money. Be sure. Okay? Get it valued. So you can really, really protect yourself. Good afternoon. I would like to change the tenancy on my title so that my grandchildren benefit. How long will it take to do so? Everyone is in agreement for it to change. How do I go about it? You have to get an attorney to do it for you. And I'm glad that everybody is in agreement. And the stamp duty on that is just $500. So the lawyer will prepare a transfer for you, transferring the property. Okay, so it's a transfer of land that is done, and not just it's not just to say, hey, I'm going to change the tenancy. Everybody has to sign. Since you're all in agreement. If you're not all in agreement, then it's another way we'll do it. But I'm glad to hear that. And let me explain that a little bit more to the listeners, because what this person is saying is that they are joint tenants on a title. And he wants his grandchildren to be able to get his share. Remember, when people are joint tenants, when one dies, that person cannot pass his or her share. The share will go to the survivors. So suppose, for example, there are 3 of them on the title. If one dies, it's going to go to the other 2. And when another one dies, it will go to the last one. So when you are joint tenants, the survivor, whoever lives the longest will get it. But when people are tenants in common now, which is what this listener is asking for, wanting to change the tenants in common so he can will his share. Because when people are tenants in common, when one dies, it does not automatically go to the others. So please, okay, so you can contact me afterwards and I'll assist you to get the transfer done. It is a transfer. The numbers to call 922-411-325. 922-411-325. And the text line is 387-3183. So send me your text message or send me your WhatsApp message. Remember that we have an office in Ucherios, and I'll be there this Thursday, God willing. And we have an office in Halfway Tree in Kingston, Winchester Business Center, which is very near to the heart of Halfway Tree, Winchester Business Center. You can just contact us in our office and we'll gladly assist you in any matter related to land ownership. And over last week, I encouraged my listeners to go to the Bethel Baptist Church website, to their YouTube page, and look at the seminar we had on deadlift, and you'll be able to get some more information from what we're trying to tell you. And it's as good a time as any to encourage my listeners to please make the wills. All right, you see where the attorney from the Administrator General's Department, who was on the program with me, was talking about And I want to let my listeners know that if a person dies and all they have is a motor vehicle and they never made a will, you can go to the Administrator General's department and they will assist you in transferring that property without having to go through any administration. So that's important information to know. They have that service where they can assist you if all the person that was a motor vehicle, they will assist you as long as it's not a business asset. So remember, if you want to get a title, please just send me a text message 387-3183. Send me a WhatsApp message or a text message, and all you have to say is the word title. And I will gladly help you to get a title. But why should you get a title? You might ask, why do I need a title? First of all, it's good security. It protects you. It protects your beneficiary, because when you have a title, nobody can question that you are the owner of that piece of land unless they can prove that you got the title by fraud. It's not good enough to leave a little book leaf or a little the thing written on a book leaf or on a little scrap of paper or nothing at all, just the house on the land, and say, okay, I'm safe, I can leave that for my children. It's best when you have this registered title. It shows the boundary, it shows where the land starts, where it stops, how much land is there, all of that. Good afternoon, Miss Brown. I recently found out that someone started to pay the tax on my property. My taxes are always paid up to date, but last year my brother went to pay. He said nothing was owed, and this year he noticed the same, so he made an inquiry and found out that the person got the name of the person paying the taxes. Well, lucky to have caught it in time. What can we do now to put a stop to this person paying the taxes? Well, I wish this person would pay mine instead of yours. Because paying taxes, Jamaicans have this hang up to say, I'm paying the taxes, so I own the property. If they want to pay it for you, well, that's good. What you need to do, though, is to protect your property on the ground. Is the ground they need to be concerned about, Make sure that you have something on the ground. Maybe they just see this piece of empty land, and I told you that there's a land grab taking place in Jamaica. They probably see this piece of empty land and say, if I pay up the taxes for the next how many years, I can put in a claim. So you need to, if you have a title, I would advise you to put a caveat on it to block it. It might be a good idea, okay, as well too. If nothing is on the land, start farming it up. Put some fruit trees. If any tree you go on in Jamaica, you go on an apple tree, there are so many apple suckers, coffee, mango, everything growing. Plant up the thing and fence it as well. Plant it up and fence it and put up a no trespassing sign as well. But somebody's proud, because as I said, a lot of people are seeing empty lands and feel that they can get it like that, okay, and a lot of that will amount to fraud. And sometimes maybe the person is making a mistake as well and paying the wrong tax. Sometimes it's just a digit that is wrong and the person made a mistake. That is possible as well. But since you are not sure, protect yourself. Make sure that your land is occupied. Fence it, farm it, lease it, do something about it, but don't just leave it lying fallow like that. Because it might have caught the eye of somebody, as well as I said, it could also be a mistake. But let's not say it's that. Okay? Let's not just say it's a mistake. Let's do something about it. Protect your land. It's not just the person paying your taxes can't come up and own it. That would be fraud. This person is asking if they can do the title application themselves or they need assistance. And if they need assistance, would I be willing to assist them? No, what we do is that we do the title application. We couldn't assist you. We do the application on your behalf. The person is saying the one about the taxi, there's a house on the property and fruit trees, and someone lives in the house. So maybe it's an error. But if you have a title for the property, I would advise you to put a caveat on it. If you don't have the title, a caveat is a block. Or you put a block so nobody can interfere. If you don't have a title, go and get one quickly. Immediately survey the land if you don't have a title, and send me a message to say title so I can assist you. This is Land Solutions.
The preceding segment of Land Solutions was brought to you by Supreme Real Estate, Main Street, Salem, Runaway Base in town.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:45. Youth Excellence takes center stage this Friday, May 12 at the Denby 4-8 Center in Clarendon, as the Jamaica 4-H clubs will host their National Achievement Expo under the theme Grow Smart, Eat Smart, Youth Responding to Food Security. Features of the day include Grow Smart Technologies and Eat Smart Food Hub,
prizes and awards, a celebrity spice cook-off, and more. Join Power Talk with Simon Crosskill for a live broadcast from the event, brought to you by the Jamaica 4-H Clubs. That's Power Talk, live from the Jamaica 4-H Clubs National Achievement Expo at the Denby 4-H Center in Clarendon this Friday, May 12, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., only on Power 106 FM.
You're listening to Land Solutions during both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. Land Solutions, the program where all your land-related matters are dealt with. Anything at all to do with the sale or purchase of land. You've come to the right place. Here are the numbers to call: 876-922-4113-5. 876-922-4113-5. Text line, same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, but also your WhatsApp messages for Land Solutions. That number is 876-387-3183. For a moment there, I think I got that wrong. Ms. Brown, are you there?
Yes, 387-3183 is correct.
Okay. So that's 876-387-3183. The website is landsolutionsja.com. Landsolutionsja.com. The email address is gloria@landsolutionsja.com. gloria@landsolutionsja.com. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/landsolutionsja. facebook.com/landsolutionsja. The law firm Brown, Findley and Company is headquartered in Suite 39 of the Winchester Business Center, corner of Winchester Road and Hope Road in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. They also have an office upstairs, Shop 6, the Jamaica National Building in Ocho Rios, St. Anne. You're encouraged to call ahead instead of just turning up at the law offices of Brown, Findley and Company. The numbers to call: 876-908-1950 or 876-908-3518. Once again, here is attorney at law Gloria Brown, and we have a caller for you, Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Dervan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ms. Brown.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Calling to find out. Can you have a piece of land and the papers in the lawyer's hand, right?
When we go to a break.
Government lawyer. And then somebody come behind you and severe it.
Oh, I not understand. You're asking if that can happen?
Yeah.
But you are saying it has happened. It means
Yes.
it can happen.
Yes. And somebody come behind and survey and I look at paper see it while looking at the government type.
Yes, because it's who get this, it's the person who gets the title first, you know.
Yeah, but
So while you're thinking about it, they could get a faster process than you and get a title before you.
even though you know the legal lawyer looking about it.
It doesn't matter which lawyer you're looking about it. A lawyer is a lawyer. So it's a matter that I have to go to court then because two of you claiming the same property. That's what you're saying.
But let's suppose the other person don't have no papers. How comes them would come in and do that?
Well, it's just a lot of people get entitled and they don't have papers, you know. So if you are saying it's yours, then you need to put a stop to that person by getting your lawyer to take the person to court and to stop the survey diagram from being processed.
Oh, okay.
But that is possible. It is possible. So you'd have to put a stop to it because that person could go and get a title before you.
Okay. All right, next thing. What the first thing you do buying a piece of land?
Well, the first thing you have to do is find a piece of land. And
Yeah.
I always say to my clients, survey, well, after you have bought it, after you have found it, then go to your lawyer.
Mm-hmm. And then
Okay, after you have found it, go to your lawyer, and the lawyer will contact the lawyer for the other party, and the two of them will start the process for you.
Okay. Can you get title for 1 square of land?
Yes, there's no size, you know, you can get it for a piece of land that's bigger as the palm of your hand. It just depends. Okay, if you need subdivision, the parish council not going to approve it. But if you're living on it for a number of years, and yes, I've got title for even half a square of land.
Oh, so you can't get title for it? Yeah.
There's no size limit. There's no law to say you can't get it for that. But if you need subdivision, you're going to run into problems. But people living on quarter square of land getting title.
So nothing to stop the subdivision you go to get the title.
A lot of times you don't need subdivision.
Oh.
You know, a lot of times you don't need subdivision because if you live on it for 7 years and the title doesn't say no subdivision.
No, not.
You're living and you're paying title for your little quarter square. You can get your title.
No, I mean like you just buy a piece, just a square.
No, if you see a man with a big piece and you just buy a piece, just buy it, you're going to need subdivision. If you buy a square out of his big piece, you're going to need subdivision, and most parish councils not going to give you permission.
No, what them do is cut it up in a square, right? Have this land and cut it up in one square.
Right, but I'm saying I don't think the parish council going to allow them to cut it up in square if you're just buying it now.
Oh.
You might have to wait 7 years before you see a title. And make sure you look at the man's title because a lot of people selling land and the title says the land is not to be cut up.
Well, them no have no title. Them just
there's no title for it. If you are just buying it now though, if there's no title for it and you're just buying it now, you're going to need subdivision. And because people said there's no title, that doesn't mean there's no title because a lot of these properties have some old titles from the 40s and 30s that people don't even know. So let the surveyor tell you, you know.
So if me buy it now, go ahead and do subdivision. Just said it, a parish council now go prove it.
No, it's unlikely no parish council is going to allow. But what I would ask you to do is to walk into the parish council in your parish and ask them, would you allow me to cut up land in a square in Sligoville? Okay, for example.
Okay.
Ask the parish council.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, sir. You're welcome, sir. The number is to call 922-411-325. And the text line is 387-3183. 387-3183. If you have a question, send me a message on WhatsApp or a regular text message. Text message 387-3183. If you want to get a title for your property, survey the property, and just send me a text message. Just say title to 387-3183. And then I'll give you the guidance that you need in order to get that title because it's important that we have titles for our properties because title is power. Gives you a lot of power, makes you able to go into a bank, borrow money, be able to send your children to university using the title as collateral. The title alone opened many doors for you. I've always spoken about Orlando de Soto in his book, The Mystery of Capital. Why capitalism thrives in the West and fails everywhere else. And De Soto said why capitalism is so successful in the West is because of land titles. He's saying that when you go into the West, a country like America, and when you look at those European countries, why they are so successful. And I'm not preaching and advocating capitalism. That's another story for another time. But what he's saying is that why those persons are able to advance themselves so much. He's saying the answer is titles. Because when you look at countries, for example, let's say a country like America, every single piece of land is properly documented in a where persons can use their titles to get a mortgage. Because most small businesses in America, they are started with the owners of houses or owners of property using their titles. Most of their houses, their residential homes, using the titles in order to get financing to start businesses. In Jamaica, to get a title is like pulling teeth. You're waiting. Before COVID, I could tell a client that maybe a year or so. Now we are looking at 2-3 years to get a title because the process is really literally at a standstill. And I say that without much apology. When it comes to getting a title now, the process is really like at a standstill. It's hardly moving. It is very, very difficult to do business in Jamaica. So therefore, it's very difficult to create wealth. When you look at the first world countries, the Soto is saying, they can just leverage, they can just walk into a bank and access credit. When you look at the third world, he's saying that in the third world, the people have wealth. Wealth is there. You just have to go across the countryside anywhere in Jamaica and you see that wealth is there. Look at the mansions people putting up. But he's saying that they hold those without any proper documentation. So you have a $20 million house and you have no document. Mama died and gave me the property before she died, or I bought it from Mr. Brown and he gave me this common law title. No proper documentation. So therefore you want to sell the property and you have to sell it at a discount because you don't have the documentation. Because the person who wants to buy it cannot go to the bank to borrow a mortgage or to NHC to get a mortgage to buy it from you because you have no documentation and the lending institutions will need documentation. So we're saying that something has to give. And provision, I mean, it's getting better. It has been getting better since 2005 when the Special Provisions Act was passed. But even when you have those legislations passed, the system is still holding back any application. The system is still. And I've always said, that the reality is that a lot of the persons making decisions, in a lot of these government agencies, I'm not knocking youth, but a lot of them don't have any appreciation or understanding of the value of the job they have really. So a lot of time it's really a situation of power. Somebody was telling me about a young lady who got a job in a particular industry. And she was saying, I'm the first one of mama children who can boss around people. That's how she saw it. I'm the first one of mama's children who can boss around people. And a lot of persons in these institutions, they like when you can say, okay, this lawyer sent it, and I have to send it back, and I reject it. And the aim of when you have a job in some of these institutions, the aim really is not to reject it, it's to facilitate. The aim is not to send back the document for things that are not crucial. The aim is to try to get the process going. But the reality is that the entire process is disjointed. So persons not fully understanding where their position is in development, in the whole development process, where their position falls in terms of making Jamaica a first world country. We just see it as a position of power, and this is my time to exercise authority. So it's like you are preaching, and that's what it has become. All right? Now I get the chance to preach, and I am going to preach against everybody in the community. It becomes a little like that. And we're saying that when persons get jobs these days, we need to be a little bit more than just training them how to do it. But we need to be letting them know where their position falls into the bigger scheme of things. Because if we continue like this, we're going to be third world forever if some things don't give. So I'm encouraging persons, even though the system might be difficult to maneuver, still try to get your title. Still try to write the will so we don't leave the children in the quagmire that we found ourselves in. We can't be saying mama never made a title, so never left a title, so we had to fight, so I'm going to leave it for the children to fight. Each of us needs to make the next generation a little better off. And I'm encouraging my listeners, I'm begging my listeners, please, that is a piece of land you have sorted out. Don't wait until you go to pay the taxes and somebody has paid it for you already. Or you go to survey and somebody has stopped with the survey. Remember, you may send me a text message at 876-387-3183, 387-3183, or send me an email, gloria@landsolutionsja.com, gloria@landsolutionsja.com. I have an office in Ocho Rios in the Jamaica National Building, the heart of Ocho Rios. You can see me on Thursday between 10 and 1. Any matter land related. And if you want to get the title, contact me before though, because sometimes you come from far into the office, and if you had called before, I would have given you some homework. But everybody with a piece of land, a little piece of land that you are claiming ownership for, this is the time to try to sort it out. And the first thing you start with, get a survey diagram. The numbers to call 922-411-325 and the text line 387-3183. This is Land Solutions.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3 o'clock. Every time my son send the liquor ball for me, I have to go sit down and walk all day like me have nothing else to do. No, sir, you not fair do this. Tired of spending all day at the wharf to clear your barrel? Driver, turn up that liquor bit for me there. Starting May 1, use contactless clearance to clear your non-commercial shipments and avoid the long wait. Call Jamaica Customs today at 876-922-51408 or email contactlessclearance@jca.gov.jf. But God goody,
Me go call customs and learn about the contactless clearance. Hook me up.
Less waiting, more convenience. Try Customs contactless clearance today.
Need water for agricultural purposes? Apply to the National Irrigation Commission for your irrigation services. Let's grow smart and eat smart with irrigated agriculture. Call National Irrigation Commission at 876-927-6727. Visit their website at www.nicjamaica.com or visit any of their office locations today. Irrigation, making the difference in agriculture.
You're listening to Land Solutions during both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. Land Solutions, the program where all your land-related matters are dealt with. Anything at all to do with a sale or purchase of land, you've come to the right place. The numbers to call, 876-922-4113-5. 876-922-4113-5. Just before we get back to Land Solutions, here is an announcement. The Gleaner Company Media Limited wishes to advise that its switchboard is currently out of service. Please call 876-619-6397 while they work to restore access through the switchboard. They apologize for any inconvenience caused. The Gleaner, where life unfolds. Now back to Attorney at Law Gloria Brown on Land Solutions.
Thank you, Dervan. A text message.
We have a caller for you, Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Dervan. Good afternoon. You hear me, ma'am? Yes, I am. Yes, my daddy died 40 years ago and left away. It wasn't probated, but we went to the place for most of them build houses on it. Now they want title, but they are telling me to see everything in reverse possession. If they can do that, or we can probate the will still. I would have to see what the title says about subdivision. But for such a long time, I would go straight towards the title and would not go through probate. You just go straight towards the title. Right. Yes, I will let everybody survey their little piece, but I'd love to see the title though. Yes, ma'am. Okay, but that's situation like that first. Right. Pardon me? Why don't you have an office in Mobile, ma'am? Too far to travel. When you buy me the airplane, I'll take the helicopter, then I'll come down. All right, so you suggest I go straight to the other one? Yes, I would suggest you the survey and everybody title the piece. But if you call me back and send me a copy of the title, let me look at it and advise you. All right, thank you very much, Ms. Brown. Sure, all the best. Yes. Bye-bye. So what is the client asking me? What she was saying is that her father died more than 40 years ago and they have all built their houses on their little piece of the land. So should they bother with the probate? And I'm saying in a situation like that, usually I would not go probate because to go the probate might be a little bit unnecessary. But I need to look at the title to see what it says about subdivision. If it does not prohibit subdivision, I would say to each person, survey your little piece and go and title it. Survey your little piece and title it accordingly. The numbers to call 922-411-325, 922-411-325, and the text line is 387-3183. So send me a text message or give me a call at 922-411-325. I'm living on a property that belongs to my father. It is to be cut up for 4 of us. One of my sisters has the title. How can I retrieve a copy of the title? She won't give it up. Remember that the title is a public document, so you can just go to the titles office. There's one in Montego Bay, one in Mandeville, and one in Kingston. You can just go there and get a copy of the title. But I would need to know when your father died as well, because if you are living on your piece, maybe you could take the advice I gave the previous caller, and just survey your little piece and try and get your title. But I would need to see a little bit more. I would need to know when your father died, and I need to know if you're occupying your portion. So you could tell me that when father died, are you occupying your portion? And I would need to see the title as well to see if it prohibits if it says anything about subdivision. The number support 922411325 and the text
Sorry,
line
Miss
is
Brown, not sure if you got this one earlier. It says, "Good afternoon." The message says, "Good afternoon. I would like to change the tenancy of my title so that my
yes.
grandchildren." You got it?
I got that one. Yes,
Okay.
Dervan.
All right.
I spoke to that one. It was
Okay.
an interesting one.
All right.
Thanks.
We have a call for you now then.
Thank you, Dervan. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I'm just listening to the radio and I hear something interesting. I need to get some more advice. There, I have to buy a piece of land from 2001. Build my property, build my house on it, and there's a lot of people build house on it. No one come and stop us, no one claims the land, and someone has been telling me that I could go and apply for title. Are you aware of anything like that?
It's not being aware of it, it's just what the law is. Is it government land?
Well, none of us know it's the government land because I make my work here from 2001 and no one ever come to me and stop me.
All right, because if it's government land, you have to be on it for 60 years, 60, before you could claim it. So what I would advise you to do, sir, is to get a surveyor to survey your piece for you. Because the surveyor would tell you who is the registered owner if it's government. If it's not government land, then you could get a title for your piece. But again, I would have to see what the main title for the property says. If it says it can be cut up. The first thing I would start with, if I were you, you could do a search at the titles office to see if you can find a title for it. But you could also survey the little piece that you are claiming and start from there.
Okay, thanks a lot.
When you have got the survey, you can call me back.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, sir, you're welcome. The number support 922411325. Good afternoon. I'm living in New York. My dad has a parcel of land with a house on it, partially finished. He doesn't have any plans of retirement in Jamaica. I want to finish the house as an investment. Do I need the title in my name to go to the bank for an investment loan? You could use the title in your father's name to go to the bank for an investment loan with your father's consent and depend on your father's age. But if you are going to invest in it and spend money on it, it might not suit you to leave it in your father's name because if father should pass on without a will, it's going to belong to father's wife and all his children. So you need to have a discussion with your father. Maybe you need to look to buy it from him as it is or to ask him to give it to you. But it would not suit you. I mean, even if the bank would lend you the money in your father's name, whatever house you put up on it is going to belong to your father. So when your father passes on, he doesn't will it to you, it's going to belong to all your siblings and your father's wife. He has a wife.
Another,
so that's
sorry.
You need to consider. Thank you, yes, Dervan.
Sorry, you were finished or just about finishing, right?
Yes, I'm finished, Dervan.
Because
yes.
we have another caller for you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Pleasant good afternoon, Miss Brown.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, Miss Brown, I have a piece of land. You see, I have a quarter acre land. And beside me, there is another property. And the man won't clear up the property. It's full of whole heap of bush and thing and there is no one there to clean it up. And passing through that here to my house. Anything can happen during the night. So I don't know how can I get.
Have you spoken to the parish council?
No, I haven't spoken to the parish council.
Start there because they will push it as well and put a caveat, a block on his title. But where's the owner?
Well, the owner seems like the owner is in abroad or something,
All right. So start with the parish council.
So how do what do I, when I go to the parish council, because I have...
Just explain to them that it's a risk, it's a hazard to you and you need to have it pushed.
Yeah.
And let them advise you what to do.
And tell them the location and everything.
Everything, yes. And you can always call them back and tell me what they say.
Okay, Mr. God bless you and thanks and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Here's another one, Miss Brown.
Thank you, Dervan. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Miss Brown.
Yes, good afternoon.
I'm calling to find out some information.
Yes.
Family lives at a property where we take care of the landlord and until he passed. We
made sure the funeral, all that was taken care of. Also, his partner, she wasn't his wife, but she was his partner. She also had passed. We took care of all of that. We are living on the property and we are paying the tax for uh, about 5 to 7 years now. How can we go about, what can we do to obtain a title if we can?
Nothing, because they never did they will it to you?
No, they didn't.
Yes, it belongs to their relatives.
Oh,
Taking care of them and burying them would not give you the property. You just get, all you get from that is blessings.
so how can we go about if we want to get ownership of the property? Because
You can't get ownership of their property like that.
if we were to even to purchase it, how do we go about
But where are you going to buy it from? You'd have to find their relatives.
We don't know if there are any relatives alive.
Well, there's nothing you can do right now. They haven't died long enough. So there's nothing I can tell you that you can do. Having buried them and looking after them is not, why didn't you encourage them to make a will?
Well, I guess we weren't thinking about the whole possibility of what
Yeah, yes.
there had
You can't just get, you can't just get the land like that. Okay, you'd have to be there much longer than that to claim it, but it doesn't work like that.
So,
all right, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Bye bye. The number is to call 922-411-325. I'm getting some very interesting questions here, and I want to tell persons, encourage persons to make wills. You have looked after this gentleman. You have looked after his partner. You have buried them. The relatives could just come tomorrow and give you notice. They could just go. Suppose the title was in the man's name, and he has, if he never had a children or spouse, or parents, his brothers and sisters could come and administer the place and give you notice, and you would have to leave. So please, Jamaicans, paying the taxes, burying people, looking after persons, those will not give you ownership to property. Okay, so we need to get that out of our heads, especially the tax one. People saying, I'm the one paying the taxes. So you have 10 people living on a piece of land and one starts paying the taxes and has been paying it for 20 years. And that one feels that he can get title over the others. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So we really have to revisit how we are looking at some of these things. My grandma died and she gave me a piece of land that I'm paying taxes for more than 20 years. I want to know what they gave me means. Well, is it in writing? Did she will it? Because I find a lot of persons, but they say, Miss Brown, my mother gave me a piece of land, and when I asked, she never write it down. Any gift of land must be in writing. Because you have been occupying it for more than 20 years, you might stand a fairly good chance. Of course, again, I need to see the title, see what it says about subdivision, or if there's a title. But if you have evidence that you got it for 20 years, then I would ask you to survey it. And as soon as you get the piece of land, even if it's just yesterday you got it, survey it, because even the old survey diagram will help when you're ready to type it. Where people not in a hurry. When you're ready to type it 50 years from now, the survey diagram will be there as evidence that you got it. It will help in terms of the evidence. So I'm begging persons, don't wait. Don't wait. Just deal with the survey as soon as you have got it. And the person saying your grandmother did not get a title for it, but is there a title for the land? Whether she got one or not, is a land titled? Is a land registered land? We need to find that out. So you can find that out by getting a surveyor. Remember, you can send me a text message at 876-387-3183. Father made me his agent. If somebody makes you their agent or their power of attorney, when the person dies, the power of attorney dies with them. All right? If you are the agent when daddy was alive, when daddy dies, you are no longer the agent. Okay, so you can't use that to claim the property. This is Land Solutions. I'm Gloria Brown.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:15.
The Gleaner Company Media Limited wishes to advise that its switchboard is currently out of service. All are being encouraged to call 876-619-6397 while they work to restore access through the switchboard. They apologize for any inconvenience caused. The Gleaner, where life unfolds.
Dr. Jackie Campbell is on call this and every Wednesday evening at 8 with Powering Your Health. Powering Your Health is Power 106 FM's flagship program dedicated to health and wellness. Your one-stop place to power a healthy lifestyle. How can we help you to power your health? You can reach the show anytime by calling 876-922-4112 or by sending a text or WhatsApp message to 876-279-8598. Brought to you by Benson Pharmacy and Wellington Dental. That's Powering Your Health. Powerful health and wellness discussion and interaction. This and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Only on Power 106 FM.
It's the final segment of Land Solutions for today, Monday, the 8th of May, 2023. Here's your opportunity, if you've been sitting on the fence, so to speak, your opportunity to get as much information as you can in the next few minutes before we wrap this week's edition of Land Solutions. Here are the numbers to call: 876-922-4113-5. Any question at all, any issue, any matter having to do with the sale or purchase of land, land surveys, wills, as far as properties are concerned, etc., etc. Any of those issues, the number to call, 876-922-4113. There's also 4114 and 4115. So that's 876-922-4113-5. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number for Land Solutions, 876-387-3183. 876-387-3183. The website is landsolutionsja.com, landsolutionsja.com. The email address is gloria@landsolutionsja.com, gloria@landsolutionsja.com. The law firm Brown, Findlay and Company is headquartered in Suite 39 of the Winchester Business Center, corner of Winchester Road and Hope Road. That's number 15, Hope Road in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. They also have an office at Shop 6 upstairs, the Jamaica National Building in Ocho Rios, St. Anne. You're encouraged to call ahead before turning up at the offices of Brown, Findlay and Company. Those numbers to call: 876-908-1950 or 876-908-3518. Once again, here's attorney at law Gloria Brown and yet another caller for you, Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Dervan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, how can I help?
Yes. My father died August 2013, and he has left a will that he should share equally among the 8 children. But my brother, the youngest one that my father gave the will to as the executor, he made no effort to probate the will. No matter how I tried, he made no effort. At one point, I asked him where's the will. He said he didn't respond to me. And my sister, who has built a house, and before my father died, my father told her that she could build a house up at the land top. So she had built her house there. My brother built a house before that as well. And my sister called me and said she saw some people coming to survey the land, and she was so upset. And she wondering if anybody could just survey the land and get title while she's on it. And she want her piece to survey and get a title for where she is living. So where she's living now. So what can
when did daddy die?
2013.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, and she had a house there before.
Before, yes.
And she's just anxious about a title because she saw somebody come to survey.
No, she wanted a title before, but then somebody.
What has she done about getting a title before?
Nothing. But no, she went to. She said she went, and the lamp. And there's an office down there, and they said that she asked for a copy of the title. But I have a copy of the title. There's 2 pieces of land. One is the family house.
All right. Okay. All right. I would need to see the title to see what it says.
Okay. So
I just if it says what it says about subdivision, because if it doesn't say anything about subdivision, she needs to just survey her piece and title it. She doesn't need any probate.
okay.
All right. See, the title says the land is not to be subdivided, and just go and get a lawyer to write to your brother to produce the will. And if he doesn't produce it, the court will order him to.
Okay.
And I want to encourage parents to stop making one child executor.
Yeah.
All right, you can have as many as 4 executors.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yes, but you need to act, and the brother was his house, and if he has had the house on it for more than 12 years, just move to survey. But I'd love for you to let me see the title,
And
so I can advise exactly what you can. Just send me a WhatsApp picture of it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, of the front page, so I can look to see what the conditions are. If there's nothing to say, no subdivision, tell your brother and sister to just go and survey and get a lawyer to write to your brother for the will. And if nothing is happening, take it to court. Because I'm a little anxious because he could have probated it already and maybe getting a title for everything in his name, which he can as executor. So you all need to act quickly.
Okay. Okay. Come back to I was concerned about that if there's anything he can do without their knowledge.
Tell your sister that when you sit down like that, anything can happen. Okay, and I'm a little bit upset with us as Jamaicans. We are so at ease in Zion. And all I'm asked to do every day is just to put out fires. And I'm begging the clients, let's deal with the matters before the fire starts. The survey is a fire. Because he could get a title and sell everything and put in her house.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thanks. I will advise her accordingly, and then I will WhatsApp you there. Thanks.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Brown.
Sure, you're welcome. Bye-bye. The numbers to call 922-411-325.
We have another one for you.
Yes, thank you, Dervan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, how can I deal with this case where you are married for 30 years and you and your husband have promoted the house or the property. Right now he has died. He has left a will saying that you can live there until you die, but after the person died, the land property is supposed to go to his 3 grandchildren. Is that fair?
Wow. It's not whether or not it's fairness, whether or not it can happen, and it has happened. But your name is not on the title?
No.
Wow. When did he die? When did he move out, first of all? When did he move out?
He did not move out. He died.
Oh, he was always there?
He was always there, and
he died there. Well, the reality is that can happen, and under the law, it can happen. Did you help to build the house?
Yes.
Well, that's the route you're going to have to take. Okay, to ask for your contribution that you made in building it.
I will have to claim for my contribution.
Right, you'd have to claim your portion of it under the property rights of spouses that you can't really get a half. Because he has died. You should have sorted out when he was alive. You didn't sort out, but go and get an attorney, and what you really need, is a family lawyer.
A family lawyer.
You need a family lawyer to put in a claim for you.
Okay.
To claim a portion of the property, to say that you were there and you worked and you helped him to build it, and while he was working, you were washing and cooking. All of those things, and the court will give you a share in it. But it's something you need to act on quickly. Because a lot of these things are time sensitive.
Yes.
You can be too late.
So in fact, that can be too late. I was thinking that maybe he have made an error in his in making
no error there. No error there.
Okay.
No, so you need to act quickly, please.
So I would not be able to get a portion of this.
I did not say that. I said you need to go and get an attorney, because you could put a claim to say you helped to build the property, you assisted him while he was building it. So, but you need to act quickly.
Okay, I see what you mean. All right. Thank you.
Okay, please act quickly. Okay, and I'm encouraging persons in similar situations, deal with it while the person is alive, because you could have claimed the half while he was alive.
Another caller for you, Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Dervan. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ms. Brown. Yes, sir.
Yes, I want to see if you could help me with this one. My my dad died 40 years to date, really, and he left a piece of land wherein which he had really made a will on that land. But what happened under the will, he stated that he had given a quarter acre to one of my brother, and he said the rest of the land should have been sold and shared equally among all the rest of siblings. But what really happened, we all decided that instead of selling that land and we need land, we would have to go back and purchase land for ourselves. We decide we all could have shared the land, and what happened, a number of us have built on the land. More land is there left for the others who haven't.
Okay, sir. So you see, all of you have built on your piece, who have built on your piece, go and survey your little piece, each of you.
We can just go and survey that and
survey your little piece that you have your house on, etc. Because a lot of time has passed. Again, if is there a title for the land?
Yes, there is a title for the land.
I would love to see the title. I'd love to see a copy of the title to see what the conditions are. But if the title doesn't say the land is not to be subdivided, then I would say everybody should survey their little piece and get their own title without bothering with the will or whatever the will says.
Give me a second here, Miss Brown. Honestly, the one of the family member in whom we thought had the title, that member.
You don't need the title for what I'm saying you need to do. You don't need the title. You're just going to apply. You have to get a certified copy of the title from the titles office. You don't need your father's title, the one that the family member has, to go and survey your piece and get your title.
I was about to say to you, that family member died. So
you don't need the title, sir. You don't need the title that the family member has.
Manchester to
Sir, you heard what I said? Just go and survey your piece, but call me back and let me see a copy of the title. You can go to Mandibla and get a copy of the title there. Yeah, I guess I'm about to run out of time. I must apologize to all the persons who have sent the text messages and are still sending. I'm going to be on next week as well, God willing. So I'm going to deal with these text messages next week. Or if it's important, you can give me a call on the same number, 3873. I want to say thanks so much to the many listeners who called in and who have sent the text messages. And I want to say to individuals, please survey your lands. When you call me, you can say, I have the survey, so immediately I can start acting. And also, if you need a title, just send me a text message to say title to 3873183. God willing, I'll be in my Utter's office this Thursday and in the Winchester office the other days. Thanks so much to Dervan and to Adrian and to all the persons who continue to support solutions. And what I'm saying to you, get your land surveyed to get a title, and in the meantime, make a will. Don't wait until you sort out the matter to make the will. The land is yours already. You're living on it. Make the will and then move on. I'm Gloria Brown. Have a good afternoon.
Help us protect Jamaica's borders. Tell us about any illegal guns coming through customs-controlled areas. Call Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is 3:13.
The Gleaner Company Media Limited wishes to advise that its switchboard is currently out of service. Please call them at 876-619-6397 while they work to restore access throughout the switchboard. They apologize for any inconvenience caused. The Gleaner, where life unfolds.
Both sides of the story.
Do you have a title for your land? Are you thinking about buying or selling land? How much is your property worth? Tune in to Both Sides of the Story with Dervan Malcolm on Power 106 FM every last Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. for The NLA and You, a program that examines the National Land Agency's role in building an efficient and transparent land titling system for Jamaicans. That's The NLA and You on Both Sides of the Story with Dervan Malcolm every last Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. The National Land Agency. One agency, one goal, committed to serve you better.
Youth Excellence takes center stage this Friday, May 12 at the Denby 4-8 Center in Clarendon as the Jamaica 4-H clubs will host their National Achievement Expo under the theme Grow Smart, Eat Smart, Youth Responding to Food Security. Features of the day include Grow Smart Technologies and Eat Smart Food Hub, prizes and awards, a celebrity spice cook-off, and more. Join Power Talk with Simon Croskill for a live broadcast from the event, brought to you by the Jamaica 4-H clubs. That's Power Talk, live from the Jamaica 4-H Club's National Achievement Expo at the Denby 4-8 Center in Clarendon this Friday, May 12, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., only on Power 106 FM.
This is a very serious message, so all of you, please listen.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and it's time for us to give you a preview of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Expo happening from the 11th to the 14th of May. And that's in a couple of days' time. And we are anxious to hear more about this expo. The event, dubbed Transformations, People, Quality, and Technology, PQT Expo, described as a historical moment for the Jamaica Constabulary Force, promising to deliver on cutting-edge technology-driven approaches. So, let's say hello and welcome to Senior Superintendent of Police, SSP Stephanie Lindsay, who is the head of the Corporate Communications Unit of the JCF and the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Communication Officer. Good afternoon, SSP Lindsay. How are you?
Good afternoon. I am great, and good afternoon to your listeners.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. We've been hearing a lot about the happenings scheduled for May 11 and 14, and we want to remind those who have been hearing or seeing the promos that the event is indeed on May 11 to 14 at the National Arena. How would you describe this expo, this Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF Expo?
All right, so I want to describe it as an event for persons not to be missed. It is dubbed Transformation JCF 2023, and it will showcase the transformation that the force we have been doing the last 5 years. We have been a rigorous transformation journey. It's around our people, our quality, and the technology. So persons coming will get an opportunity to see the side of the JCF that they don't normally see every day or don't exist.
Why are you doing this around this time? Is it the season for this kind of exposition, or has it been a long time in coming and seemingly coming in at the right time?
Right, long time in coming. Had it not been for COVID-19, which delayed us somewhat, we would have had this expo before. But it's part of also filling the knowledge gap that exists about the JCF where we are in 2023 as opposed to JCF long ago when Commissioner, based on addressing different forums across the country, even talking to persons in the diaspora, you find that a lot of things that people are recommending for the JCF, that they are suggesting that we do, are things that we are already doing. So it's an indication that even though we have been doing a lot of work internally to transform the JCF, our processes, etc., a lot of people really don't know. And sometimes when you tell people what you do, they hear, but when they get an opportunity to see it and to feel it and to experience it, we believe it will have a greater impact on them and how they feel about their JCF.
Somebody listening to us somewhere in Jamaica might be saying, so wait, why them telling the people them what them do and them showing up them technology? Them not afraid that people use it on them.
Well, we hear that all the time, but guess what? The criminals are well advanced in technology and the use of technology, and they know that the JCF has certain capabilities. But at the same time, we take into consideration that it's only a few people in Jamaica that are criminals, you know. The majority of people in Jamaica are very well intended, law-abiding citizens. And we believe that if we can inform the masses about our capabilities, where we are, what we can do, so when they have a problem and they come to us, they want to feel confident that their police force does have the capability to solve their problems. So when we let people know what we're about, I believe it will build their confidence in us. They will want to report matters more because they do understand that some of the things that they see on CSI in a 1 hour show, we actually have that in the JCF, just that it's not an hour. It takes more time. But they will have more confidence because people will support what they know, people will support what they believe in, and we want them to believe in us at the JCF. The criminals are looking on. We also want them to know that when they commit crime, we have what it takes to get them.
And what about now the matter of those listening to us and perhaps wondering, well, is it only going to be all about the JCF? I mean, are you doing this on your own, or do you have partners who will be a part of the experience of this expo from the 11th to the 14th of May?
Right. So at the arena, it's all about the JCF, showcasing the JCF. We have some partners, but those partners are not coming in their capacity as partners. They are coming in the capacity as persons who endorse and support the JCF over time. So we have a number of companies and agencies that have come on board, you know, as partners to partner with us. We have like our mobility partners, the three of the major service providers of our motor vehicles over the years, ATL, Toyota, and Stewart. So they will come to support us, not as a car dealership, but as our mobility providers. We have the Computer Society. They also will be coming on board because we have a lot of our innovative technology products that we'll be showcasing as well. And we're not going to tell them everything that we'll have, but they can come here and prepare to see some 3D displays, some virtual reality stuff. Persons will get activities to even be like a crime scene detective for the day. So there are a lot of things that we want people to come out that you can't explain. They really have to experience it. But it's really the JCF showcase the best of what we have to offer to the people of Jamaica.
All right, let's take them one day at a time, as the song says, sweet Jesus, one day at a time. May 11, 12, 13, 14. Is every day likely to be the same, or are there going to be different experiences on different days?
So there'll be slightly different experiences on different days. So day one is 11, and we start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and between 9 and 3 is where we have invited a number of schools and other agencies to come in and view the expo. You know, a lot of schools have reached out to, some have reached out to us. They are coming now, so they get that opportunity. And if they miss that day, they can come any other day, but we have a special retreat for them on that day. That's between 3 o'clock. We close off at 3 o'clock and prepare for the opening ceremony at 6 o'clock. So between 6 and 8 will be the opening ceremony. That's a more closed event invitation for that session. But it will be broadcast and it will be streamed. The person will still get to see. and then come the 12th, we will open fully from 9 o'clock in the morning for the general public to come in and to view various formations of the JCF. There will also be presentations. We have targeted some areas and some topics that we believe people have a keen interest in. So there will be knowledge part presentations, short presentations that will be repeated throughout the expo, where people can come and learn more about different things such as cyber crime. That's what interest area, or to detect fraud, etc. We talk about human trafficking, various other topics that are very something that the public would have an interest in knowing, or that will be shared throughout the expo. And then now we have the Saturday again is a full day in the afternoon. They will have the JCF will have a special concert among other things. And then Sunday, because it is Mother's Day, it's open to the public, but there will be something extra special for the mothers who will be attending on the Sunday. But every day is an open day. It's a family day, so we expect people to bring the family, bring the children. We have made special provision for the children to come and experience the JCF at the expo. So there are lots of things that the entire family can come out and participate.
And what would say to you at the end of it all, from May 11 to 14, by the time you get to the end of this JCF Expo, what are the elements that would say to you, yes, mission accomplished?
Right. So, of course, we talk about the people. So people come into the expo will get an opportunity to interact with the leadership of the force, the commissioner, the deputies, have interaction. They'll be there every day to interact with the people. They can share ideas to get more information. And at the so all of that will be happening. You'll get to meet some of our persons who are doing tremendous work. As a force, we will be doing recruiting there as well. So we hope that when some of these young people come out and see what the JCF has to offer, then they can see themselves clearly as a part of something great and want to join us. So at the end of the expo, what we want is people to say, I did not know that this is what the JCF could do. Now I feel more confident that when I have a problem and I call 119 or anywhere in the force, that the response will be one that I can be reassured by. So it's just that we want people to be reassured, empowered, and more knowledgeable about the JCF and feel good to own it as their police force, because we are well advanced when compared to our other police force in the Caribbean, in the region. So it's something to be proud of. So we want at the end of the day that they can have a different perception, a more positive perception, and feel more confident about our ability to deliver.
And how much money will this cost me to come to the arena from the 11th to the 14th of May?
All right, so the good part of it is that there's no cover charge. There's no cover charge to attend. You can attend for free. So you just come. We have a site, jcftransformation.com, that you can actually go on and register. It's not a prerequisite, but sometimes we like to know who is coming, how many persons you're expecting on a particular day, so we prepare for you. So you can go on now. It's very user-friendly. You can go on your cell phone, put in jcftransformation.com, and you register any number of persons or register your organization. On the day when you come, then you will get to register. And we also will be doing some once again, some reaction. So persons will go to a kiosk and can just answer a few questions, nothing hard, about what their experience was. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to just say, oh, people had a good time and so on. We want you to actually give us direct responses, able to measure based on the information you provide how successful and how people responded to the expo.
Well, we want to wish you well. We look forward to broadcasting live. I believe we're scheduled to be there on Thursday. Well, I'm scheduled to be there on Thursday afternoon. So definitely looking forward to it. And we encourage as many Jamaicans as possible to turn out. One moment. Sounds like you have a little more to say. One moment, please.
For any project, ABC Electrical Sales has all your electrical supplies at the best prices. 8 Hagley Park Road, Kingston, 754-3714. The time by ABC Electrical Sales is
3:45. Every time my son send the liquor barrel for me, I have to go sit down all day like me have nothing else to do. No, sir, me can't do this.
Tired of spending all day at the wharf to clear your barrel?
Driver, turn up that the liquor bit for me there.
Starting May 1, use contactless clearance to clear your non-commercial shipments and avoid the long wait. Call Jamaica Customs today at 876-922-51408 or email contactless clearance at jca.gov.jm.
But God goody, me go call customs and learn about the contactless clearance. Hook me up.
less waiting, more convenience. Try Customs contactless clearance today.
The Gleaner Company Media Limited wishes to advise that its switchboard is currently out of service. Please call them at 876-619-6397 while they work to restore access through the switchboard. They apologize for any inconvenience caused. The Gleaner, where life unfolds.
Parents, students, teachers, Paper and Things provides more than just great service. We are your source for a variety of printing, stationery, and binding supplies. We provide assistance for school assignments and projects. There are stickers, foam balls, cardboards, paints, Play-Doh, construction paper, teaching charts, and more. Paper and Things, a subsidiary of Speedy Prints, located at 20 Market Street, Montego Bay. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Telephone 940-1491.
Deposit will have insurance. It's an account that come with assurance. Let me teach you why it's important to have deposit insurance. Just in case your bank crash dead, no need to put your hands for your head. Up to 1.2 million you get for all accounts that's affected. Yeah, one room you can start it. As a house party. Pay your mortgage with ease. JDIC is a smart win. Deposit we bring safety. JDIC them protect me. Bank and building society protected. The flow you must get with. Protect your savings smartly. We urging you to call me. Guarantee you need us. We take banking serious.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me. So there's a better way. This one's for the children. No doubt there will be lots of children inside the National Arena, May 11 to 14, for the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Transformations, People, Quality, and Technology Expo. Looking forward to it. And just before Stephanie Lindsay, who is the head of Corporate Communications Unit at the JCF and ultimately the JCF's communication officer. I think you had maybe another sentence or two before we took that break.
Thank you, right. I was just going to say, as it relates to quality, we want, because we are ISO 9001 qualified, which is a very big international certification about our services and our processes. And people will come to the arena, the expo, to see what that is all. Feel very proud about the JCF because we are one of few police forces in the Western Hemisphere that has such a certification. And it's a rigorous process, but at the end of the day, we came out with and we're certified. So you will get, we are now in the process of phase 2, certifying some of our other departments, preparing them for certification. So it's a big deal. So you will get to see how the Jamaica Constabulary Force are with people and are delivering the quality of service being driven by technology. So we want persons to come out between May 11 to 14 and experience JCF Transformation 2023.
And the timing is impeccable, isn't it? It's a time of a lot of testing of our technologies, our systems, our responses, etc. Whether it be in the business of courier services and financial institutions and fraud, etc. It's the time is ripe for us to get even more systems functionally right.
Certainly. Certainly.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to Transformations, People, Quality, and Technology Expo, the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Expo, May 11 to 14 at the National Arena, effectively starting 9 each day.
Yes.
Yes?
And
Okay.
it goes up to 9 each night. So it starts 9 in the day and goes up to 9 in the evening because we understand that persons do have to go to work, but we want them to make it a stop right after work.
Right. So that's 9 to 9.
9 to 9.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Senior Superintendent of Police, SSP Stephanie Lindsay, Head of Corporate Communications Unit at the JCF, and ultimately the JCF's Communication Officer. Thanks a lot. All things being well, we'll see you at the National Arena for...
Looking forward.
Yes, definitely. Same here. All the best.
Thank you.
Good. Take care. Senior Superintendent of Police, SSP Stephanie Lindsay, the Head of the Corporate Communications Unit at the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Constabulary's Communication Officer. We thank her for her time. And for the preview, we look forward to experiencing Transformations, People, Quality, and Technology Expo put on by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF. Let's continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, the story of Jamaica and Jamaicans at home and abroad. And we want to clear some messages in the meantime. Let's do this and that. And let's see what we have here. Good afternoon to Inez Ayona Campbell, who's in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Velta Wilson, still in St. Thomas. Good afternoon. Faye Weller says, blessed afternoon, Mr. Dervan and faithful listeners. To you too, Faye Weller. Angela in Toronto, Canada says, good afternoon, all. Miss T and I watching you. Yes, I'm with her. Well, it's good to know you're watching all the way from Toronto, Canada. Thank you. Thank you very much, Angela, Miss T, and the company. Let's see. Some more messages that we have to clear. On YouTube, Asha Ash says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan. Just tuning in from London, England. Welcome, Asha Ash from London, England. Dwight Spence says, blessed evening to all worldwide. One love to you too, Dwight Spence. Good to have you on board the program, Both Sides of the Story, here on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Oren, O-R-E-N, says, good day, Sir Malcolm. Good day to you too, Oren. Thank you very much for tuning in. This one says, howdy. I was gun-butted last night while sitting at a tea shop in Santa Cruz. A taxi drove up, white and black, and the person came straight to me and pulled my mask off and his shotgun on my something is missing here, under my left breast, and I asked him why, and he looked me straight in the face and said, you're good, man. People gathered so quickly, and the taxi driver claimed that the gunman took his keys and phone, and several persons said the gunman asked for an Indian-looking woman that, and I think this is somebody's name, we won't call that name, but somebody paid and who was seen in shorts in a car and who was close up and who left shortly after the car returned. Sounds like you need the help of the police, quite frankly. This sounds like a police matter. Sounds like a police matter. I'm trying to, about the Santa Cruz police station, and that's why when I got there, I would have to go. No, take this. Deal with the police on this one, the Santa Cruz police, since it seems that's the police station within that area. But we have to be careful how we uh, share the information that has been sent to us on our WhatsApp line. So I would humbly suggest that you have the matter looked into by the police immediately. Don't waste any time because you never know. Go ahead and deal with that. We don't have a name here, by the way, so we don't know who is messaging us, which is fine. If people want to be anonymous, so be it. Here's one more. Rohan Johnson of Atlas in Ocho Rios, St. Anne says, big up the management and staff of my workplace, McDonald's Supermarket in Claremont, St. Anne, coming from Rohan Johnson, Atlas, Ocho Rios, clocking in. Crocs in Black River says, after L.A. Lewis was arrested for breaching the toll, the police are reminding the public that breaking the law has consequences no matter one's status or occupation. That's a joke, says Crocs in Black River. I think the police should refrain from insulting the intelligence of the people. Crocs in Black River. Thank you very much, Crocs in Black River. You should try to attend that expo, the JCF Expo, May 11 to 14. You'll get an opportunity, no doubt, to exchange words, thoughts, and ideas with the representatives of the constabulary. So that wouldn't be a bad place to be, Crocs in Black River. The National Arena, May 11 to 14, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sounds like the place to be, especially if you want to be able to get the ears of the decision makers with respect to safety and security in this country. Check it out. We missed a call from someone from St. Mary, it seems. And there, all right, I think we have cleared those. So let's go over to, why am I still seeing those other messages? Hold on. All right, we'll come back to these. Unrelated from what we're seeing so far, but people are still typing. 876-922-4112-5 are the numbers to call. 876-922-4112-5. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can call us on WhatsApp as well. 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. And who did I just see popping up? Patricia Donald Phillips. Good afternoon to you. Good to see you online. Thank you very much for your kind sentiments. All the very best. Let's get ready for the break and come back with more on both sides of the story right here on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. 876-365-3346, text and WhatsApp number, one and the same. Let's take the break and come back.
At Wellington Dental, they offer cleaning, filling, whitening, and other services for the entire family. The time by Wellington Dental is
4 o'clock.
The following is an excerpt from the sectoral presentation of the Minister of Justice, the Honorable Delroy Chuck.
Madam Speaker, the mediation program saw positive outcomes in the last financial year. This program, Madam Speaker, was launched in the Islands Parish Courts on December the 1st, 2021 by MOJ, Ministry of Justice, and it formed part of our efforts to not only facilitate greater access to justice by the public, but also support the judicial system in its drive to reduce court clearance rates. Results of a snapshot performance evaluation, Madam Speaker, recently done, conducted for a significant portion of the financial year are very encouraging. Based on a representative sample of cases assessed from the mediation services between January and September 2022, it was found that 29% of the cases were completed on the same day. An average of 16 working days elapsed from date of referral to completion. 87% of the cases were completed by the next court return date, and 75% of the cases, Madam Speaker, were fully or partially resolved. 17% remain unresolved and 8% pending. This, Madam Speaker, will assist the Ministry in the further rollout and expansion of mediation across the parish courts, helping us, Madam Speaker, to speed up access to justice for every citizen who might ordinarily not be able to afford any other service. In some instances, Madam Speaker, these mediation services provide the opportunity to avoid litigation and the attendant costs and legal challenges. Madam Speaker, I know you're aware because I know you use mediation and many attorneys use mediation. The truth of the matter is that mediation needs to be better used. Madam Speaker, when parties participate in mediation, they can control the outcome. When they go to court, they present their evidence and the judge rules. One party wins and the other party loses. The party who wins say justice has been done. The party who loses say no justice in the court. The truth of the matter, Madam Speaker, is that they need as much as possible to get a mediator to assist them to come to a compromise solution where each party give and take. Madam Speaker, especially, and I will come to that later in the Supreme Court, when they have matters pending, they have to be in court waiting 4 years and more to have a case tried. System and say, we're waiting and you move back. Madam Speaker, mediation is access. It would free up so much resources that the parties have protracting. And Madam Speaker, I will say later, we need to get mediation.
Many people are happy, and many people are sad. Some people have many things that others can only wish they had. So for the sake of the children, show them that's the only way to go. Cause there are tomorrow, people that got to know. I'm not trying to darken up your day. I help others in need and show them there's a better way. This one's for the children of the world. This one's for the children. You gotta keep them in his throne. This one's for the children. The children of the world. This one's for the children. You gotta keep them in here. It's only for the children, children of the world. Oh, only for the children, children of the world. Many people are happy, many people are sad. This one's for the children of the world.
Que ahora es en español. Son las 4:06. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4:06. Hiện tại, TDN le, sư DN Liang Liao Fen. 6 minutes past 4:06. I beg your pardon. Let's do that again. 4:06 on Power 106. Have you had a checkup lately? If not, now is a good time. Let's not wait till we get sick to get a checkup. How about that? Checking in with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And joining us right now is a lady who has quite a remarkable story to share with us as we continue to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. And she's quite the entrepreneur. Her name is Jediah Holloway. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm well, and how are you?
I am fine, thanks. Now, your surname, when I used to go to school, I had a classmate by the name Richard Holloway. You wouldn't happen to be related to him, would you?
I would not.
Just checking. Just checking. Well, it's good to hear from you. Good to have you on board both sides of the story of Jamaicans at home and abroad here on Power 106 FM. So where do we start? Let's start with your Jamaican roots, your Jamaican heritage. Where in Jamaica do you call home in general terms?
In Salem, but I have no Jamaican descent.
I'm listening.
I used to come to vacation here with my club members. I'm part of a female motorcycle club, and we would come here on vacation every year and would want to ride motorcycles, but nobody had motorcycles. And there's a big difference between a yin-yang and a motorcycle, or a moped and a motorcycle. And I thought if I was visiting this beautiful island as a motorcyclist, I know many other motorcyclists who visit and would love to ride a motorcycle here. So that's I thought it was an opportunity to start this business of motorcycle tours.
Well, that's why I asked the question I did the way I did, because I am thinking, well, what is it you have found having come to this country, Jamaica, land of beauty? What is it that you have found that has attracted you and have you hooked in such a way that you would establish a business here as well, among other things?
I love the climate. I love the beauty of the island. I love the people of the island. I love the fact that I feel home, that I'm amongst my people, even though I'm not Jamaican. I still feel like I'm amongst my own. And it makes me so comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I love being here.
Yeah. And what can you tell us about how, well, first of all, for those unfamiliar with the details of your enterprise, you've mentioned it, but I want you to just slow it down and explain the business that you're operating here in Jamaica.
Okay. I am located in Salem, right across from Jules Resort. I offer tours of the island to motorcyclists. That means they have to be licensed and experienced riders. So you book a tour, you pick a motorcycle, and the tour guide arranges what it is you want to see. And according to what it is you want to see and how long of a tour you book. We try and customize it to each individual tourist.
Yes.
And we take you where you want to go.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Hmm. And how long since you've been in this business? It's called Spice Joyride, correct?
Yes, Spice Joyride motorcycle tours.
Hmm. It's been how long now?
We started in 2018.
Hmm.
Then COVID hit, and it's been it was a hard hit because I was only open for a couple of months before I had to shut down.
Oh wow.
So once the government opened back tourism, it's like I'm starting all over again.
Hmm.
But we originally opened in June 14 of 2018.
And what's the climate like now? Is it much more conducive for business now?
It is. It's a slow roll, but I am very optimistic. I believe in my business plan, and I'm in it for the long haul. So it's picking up. It's getting better, and I'm happy with that.
Mhm.
I am happy. I'm happy with that.
Yes. And is this attraction uh, uh, is this attraction mainly for adults, or is there a place for children as well?
You have to be 21 with a motorcycle license to book the tour.
Okay.
You can take a passenger with you on the back of the bike, but they have to be at least 12 years old.
Got you.
We also require that they wear helmets.
Mm-hmm.
They have to wear the neon visibility vest. And the tour guide keeps the pace of how they're riding.
Yes.
So that no one gets out of control, gets out of hand, or goes somewhere that they don't know where they're going.
Oh, so their movements are monitored or supervised and specially arranged.
So,
Mm-hmm.
right. We want you to have a good time. There's a lot to see. It's a beautiful island to see, and it's a different view on a motorcycle. But our main concern is that they stay safe.
Yes. That is key.
So if you don't want to wear a helmet, you can't do the tour. If you don't have a license, you can't do the tour. I'm sorry.
Understood. Now then, where do most of your visitors come from?
We have most visitors come from the United States and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
We also have some from Europe and recently Australia. And it seems to be growing and attracting more people. We've been getting a lot of responses online for people who are saying they're coming in and they would like to book, and they're asking a lot of questions. And, you know, even though it might not translate to an actual tour, I am happy that it's generating spark. That you know, people are seeing it. People are calling, inquiring. That's always a good thing.
Absolutely. And so far, what has been the most rewarding experience, or is that to come? Have you had that experience yet already, or is that to come, you think?
It's always rewarding when we complete a tour and they say to me, this was the best tour ever. I recently had a couple who took a 4-hour tour for 3 days. And at the end of the third day, they went and got a tattoo of my logo on their leg.
Oh, that's serious.
I thought that was amazing. That really says I enjoyed this tour.
Yes, super enjoyment.
Yes.
But do they? Is it then just purely for moving around, or is there a component where people can do some kind of a freestyling or stunting? That's for a different time and place, isn't it?
No, we don't allow any freestyling or stunting
Okay,
because that puts the tourists at risk.
absolutely. Hold it right there. We love your emphasis on safety, which is critical. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
16 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica.
Youth Excellence takes center stage this Friday, May 12 at the Denby 4-H Center in Clarendon as the Jamaica 4-H clubs will host their National Achievement Expo under the theme Grow Smart, Eat Smart, Youth Responding to Food Security. Features of the day include Grow Smart Technologies and Eat Smart Food Hub, prizes and awards, a celebrity spice cook-off, and more. Join Power Talk with Simon Crosskill for a live broadcast from the event, brought to you by the Jamaica 4-H Clubs. That's Power Talk, live from the Jamaica 4-H Clubs National Achievement Expo at the Denby 4-H Center in Clarendon this Friday, May 12, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., only on Power 106 FM.
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 4:17. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4:17. 现在几点了？4点17分. 17 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you done your homework yet? If not, now is a good time. Good afternoon to all the students listening to us, all the schoolers from the early childhood level to the secondary level. Trust you had a productive day of learning today. Hope you also managed to get in some physical activity, just as important as mental activity. As we always say, young people, socialization makes you educable. Education makes you trainable. Training makes you employable. And the right attitude makes you successful. Homework time, young people. Speaking of success, we are delighted to have our very special guest at this time, New Jersey resident Jediah Holloway, who has been pursuing her dream of providing a unique tourism product right here in Jamaica for motorcycle enthusiasts from all over the world, not just here in Jamaica. For more than 3 years, this 55-year-old mother of 4 has operated the island's only sport bike tour service, Spice Joyride, which facilitates guided tours of iconic food spots and attractions on the North Coast. Spice Joyride's offerings have attracted visitors, as you heard before the break, from the USA, Canada, Europe, and more recently, Australia. So thank you very much for holding the line, Jediah. Hello?
As you went into break,
yes,
I'm here. As you went into break, you mentioned how safety is important to us, but it's not just safety for the tourists. If there's an accident, there's another party. So we are concerned about the safety of the locals here, the Jamaicans here. So safety, it's not only just for the people on the bike, but it's the other people on the road, because we are sharing the road with other motorists and other bicyclists.
Yes, very much so, very much so. And in terms of the hours of operation, what is that like? It's by appointments only?
Well, things are a little slow right now, so we're not open 7 days a week as we once were. Right now, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. You tours are booked online, paid online, and once you book your tour, we get the confirmation, and we set you up for what you want to see, where you want to go, how long you booked it. Right now, we're offering a 2-hour tour, a 4-hour food tour, and an all-day VIP tour that culminates at Puerto Rico Beach Club, where you have a private cabana and a late lunch, and then you complete by bringing the bike back to the shop.
I see. Well, I'm on your website page now. I'm on your landing page. 10% off first tour when you follow us on social media. Is that still happening?
It sure is.
Mm-hmm. And you have a couple of numbers up as well for those who would like to get in touch, to make contact. So we're seeing 876-942-5741 and 876-824-2176. So how do you deal with this? You have people calling you all hours of the night. I mean, if you're serving Australia, surely.
Yes, we get a lot of calls that we return, or they reach out WhatsApp.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter what time. You will either get an answer or you'll get a call back.
Okay, and that's reassuring. And already I see a pop-up saying Spice Joyride Motorcycle Rentals. Hello, let me know if you have any questions. And then you can, yes, this is technology at work here. And in terms of do you have particular packages? It's certainly not one size fits all, is it?
No, it is not. Like I said, we have a 2-hour tour, a 4-hour tour, and an all-day VIP tour. The plan is also, when funds get a little better, to incorporate scooters. Because with scooters, anyone can ride a scooter. They're not limited only to riders with a motorcycle license or motorcycle designation.
I see. So that is something to come, because you're constantly looking at diversifying the business. Just want to make sure that you're taking advantage of whatever opportunities there are.
And expanding the market, trying to reach out and make it available to as many people as possible.
And are any of these packages that you have tied in with maybe an attraction or some other form of amusement?
It all depends on what the tourist wants to see.
Okay.
We tell them what the local attractions are available within their time limit that they have booked. And then they choose, okay, this is where you want to go. This is what we could see within this time. And if you have a rider, like for me, one of the big selling points was Highway 2000. It's scenic, it's beautiful, it's, I would say it's a biker's dream. So sometimes you have bikers who want to just get on Highway 2000 and ride down and just enjoy the scene and turn back around and come back.
And what about those off the beaten track?
Off the beaten track, we love going to Spanish Bridge. That is one of the most beautiful rides I've taken. 9 Mile. We've taken them to Dunn's River. The food tour, we stop at different local restaurants so that they can taste the local food.
Yes.
Not something that you're going to get on a resort or KFC or Burger King or anything like that. So they can really get to experience Jamaica. So we'll do the food tours and stop at different local restaurants, and they get to taste different things, local foods like the pudding shop or
Oh, the pudding shop. That's in Prairie, St. Anne.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Drake Center in Ochi has very good food.
Yeah.
We stop in, get ice cold jelly, and they love it.
Yeah.
They love it. They absolutely love it.
Yeah. How have you found doing business in Jamaica, generally speaking?
Generally speaking, I think business for anyone, it can be tough. And then I think it might be a little tougher for me because I'm coming from a different country and I'm learning as I'm going along. But I try not to let it hinder me or get me down because I believe in what I'm doing.
Yes.
So I try to stay as optimistic as possible.
Yes. Did you ever dream in your lifetime you would find yourself in this position that you are now in terms of this one of a kind attraction here in Jamaica?
Actually, I did not. But it's like I was able to incorporate two of my favorite things: motorcycle riding, because I'm a rider myself. I've been riding for about 14 years, and Jamaica. And those two together, it's like a perfect match for me.
Oh, wow. That's
and
quite...
I know other motorcyclists feel the same way. Just ask my customers who tattooed the logo on their legs.
Yeah, that says it all.
Yes.
It certainly does. And pretty much understanding and getting used to being in Jamaica. It's how is that? How have you been acclimatizing?
Perfectly.
Okay.
I feel at home here.
Wonderful.
I feel at home here. I really do.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have young children, I think I would stay here.
Yes.
But I'm here very often, and I love it.
Yeah. We can tell. We can certainly tell.
You have a beautiful country here. You have a beautiful island.
Yes. Well, we thank you very much for adding value to our offerings as a tourist attraction through your brand, which is Spice Joyride. And we want to give you an opportunity as we wrap, just under 2 minutes to go, to leave vital pieces of information as we go. Please, by all means.
Okay, the company name is Spice Joyride Motorcycles, Rentals, and Tours. We're located in Salem, Runaway Bay, in the parish of St. Anne. Our office number is 876-942-5741. My direct line is 876-824-2176. And you can see what we have to offer on our website at www.spicejoyride.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. And we'll be tracking your progress as time goes on. Let's keep in touch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity. Have a great rest of your evening.
The very same to you. Take care. Bye-bye. So that's Jediah Holloway, who has fallen in love with Jamaica and has gone a step further to combine her love for motorcycles and motorcycling with her love for Jamaica. She's a New Jersey resident, but her heart seems to be right here in Jamaica. We trust you will check out her offering, Jamaica's only sport bike tour service, Spice Joyride. We wish her all the very best. Thank you very much. More in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:30. Parents, students, teachers,
Paper and Things provides more than just great service. We are your source for a variety of printing, stationery, and binding supplies. We provide assistance for school assignments and projects. There are stickers, foam balls, cardboards, paints, Play-Doh, construction paper, teaching charts, and more. Paper and Things, a subsidiary of Speedy Prints, located at 20 Market Street, Montego Bay. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Telephone 940-1491.
Dr. Jackie Campbell is on call this and every Wednesday evening at 8 with Powering Your Health. Powering Your Health is Power 106 FM's flagship program dedicated to health and wellness, your one-stop place to power a healthy lifestyle. How can we help you to power your health? You can reach the show anytime by calling 876-922-411225 or by sending a text or WhatsApp message to 876-279-8598. Brought to you by Benson Pharmacy and Wellington
Sides of
Dental.
the story.
That's
Good
Powering
afternoon.
Your
Thanks
Health.
for calling. One
Powerful
moment,
health
please.
and wellness discussion and interaction. This and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Only on Power 106 FM.
This one's for the children. Children of the world. This one's for the children.
We continue to celebrate our children in this Child Month. ¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 5:28. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5:28. 现在几点了？5:28. 28 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Do you know where your children are? Are they where they're supposed to be? Doing what they're supposed to be doing? It's a good time to check up on the children. A good time for us to continue with more on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Good afternoon to Angelia Christian in London, England. More like Tottenham. Good to have you join us. Angel of the Angel Foundation UKJA. Jennifer Stewart is in, let's see, she's in Kencott in East Rural St. Andrew. Good afternoon to you, Jennifer Stewart. Kirk MacD says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan Malcolm. Why does the coffee farmer from Blue Mountain who called you last week not understand that Jamaica Coffee Board and the Minister of Agriculture are not the ones who set the price of coffee in Jamaica or on the world market? Coffee price, where did the rest of this message go? Let's see. Coffee price is set on the world trade market in US dollars. You should be watching the business news to see the variation of the coffee price daily. Thank you for your message, Kirk MacD. And Ricardo in Glengoff, St. Catherine says, good afternoon, Dervan Malcolm, and thank God for life, and shout out to all the listeners from across the world. Angelia Christian says, so right. Not sure what she was responding to there. Tiny Beckles says, pleasant afternoon, Mr. Dervan and listeners. To you too, Miss Tiny. How are you? How are things in Toronto, Canada? Always good to have you on board both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. And Albert in Coconut Creek, Florida says, Dervan, your guest truly gives Jamaica hope. If someone from another country can come to Jamaica, fall in love and doing business, goes to show that the country is worth fighting for. Can't allow the criminal detractors to gain in portraying us otherwise. Thank you very much, Albert in Coconut Creek, Florida, for your message on, where are you now? You are on Facebook. Thank you. Let's see who else is here. Let's go over to YouTube. Demar Davis says, bless up to you too, Demar. Yvette Johnson says, good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. To you too, Yvette Johnson. Bernadette Ogilvy says, Miss Nugent Ogilvy is grateful to be watching our program from Whitby, Canada. Well, it's good. It's very good to have you all the way from Whitby, Canada, tuned in, listening, and watching here on both sides of the story. Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Let's go to the phone lines, 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Oh, you're back from England already?
Huh?
You're back from England already for the coronation of King Charles III?
You know, Africa, we now come back to now, forward, backward, never.
I don't understand you. I was watching the live broadcast, the coronation, and looking out for you, but I don't know. You must have been really busy. Anyway, so tell us, you want us to call you back then, since you have only a minute?
Thank you.
Hold on. Let's call him back, please. One moment. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. And Ras Ras Lloyd is standing by to rejoin us here on Both Sides of the Story. He's back online. Yes, Ras Lloyd. So how was the coronation for you? Give us your perspective.
Oh, this song to see how the British people glorify in their history, their monarchy, system of government, we scramble Africa, and we black people in the world tear down through one, follow them and tear down through a black empire.
True. Too many of us are guilty of that, tearing down what is truly ours and who we truly are.
What is every quiet?
Well, if you missed it, I don't even remember what I said.
I'm ringing at the phone. I'm ringing going at the phone, so I'm going to get curious. Anyway.
Yes.
When I said the commander-in-chief of Jamaica invite his representative, the governor general, and him armed force here in Jamaica, him coronation. So what happened to him Prime Minister Andrew Holness? He didn't get an invitation.
No, well, the last time the subject came in, the last time the subject came up, Mr. Holness said Jamaica was moving on. So he's leading the move.
I'm telling you something now.
Yes.
When Jamaica is moving on, how we matter? The black population here?
No, he's saying he's thinking of Jamaica as a sovereign state in its truest sense, as opposed to... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
The sovereign of Jamaica is King Charles. So that's why I have to say, if I we the people matter about when you speak of Jamaica. Because Jamaica, King Charles are the owner of Jamaica, you know. And he's only the Prime Minister in a King Charles government in reality.
Yeah, well, he says he's moving on. Jamaica is moving on, moving on from the umbrella of the monarchy.
Foolishness. He never step on the Commonwealth black.
I don't think they're going to dissolve the Commonwealth at all. The Commonwealth will go on. But they could argue that it's just like a group of nations like CARICOM, for example, in the region, or the European Union in Europe, although things have changed, but those are groupings or organizations that can in a way that doesn't diminish one's sovereignty, can provide opportunities from country to country, from state to state, whether in the European Union, CARICOM, or the African Union, etc.
All right. So what I'm gonna say now,
Yes.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, I want to know if he get an invitation and why never go to the coronation as the King Prime Minister. I never send him wife or someone to represent him. I want to know if he never get an invitation to go.
Because he is no doubt aware of the the backlash that would come from his attending, considering that the country is supposedly going through constitutional reform right now, with the constitutional reform committee that is set up and all that is supposed to happen with that.
Rubbish. You know that Barbados go there and them go Republic, although them defend the Commonwealth black CMA, them go there now. So Prime Minister being excuses that.
No, I'm not making any excuses here. I am just surmising. I am surmising because in response to your question.
Don't surmise. Leave it free, make us what I have to say. Don't surmise.
Yes.
Yeah. So may I say, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, you see what going on now? King Charles they are beaten, from the time you go up there at Queen Elizabeth funeral. And then so you get a strapping. That's why you don't want to go back.
What are you talking about, Ras Lloyd? What kind of strapping?
Try him up, man. After the man government, you want to overthrow the man. Something.
No, but you're speculating. No, I mean, there's no evidence of that. Where's the evidence of that?
What's going on?
Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence?
I am the evidence.
Oh, because you were there. You were at Buckingham Palace.
I was at Buckingham Palace when he was visit there.
But you must have been there if you're saying that you have the evidence. So where's the evidence?
Yes, I'm never sure the evidence.
And that you are the evidence?
Yes, I am the evidence.
Go on.
Yet again, our watch our keeping, our cry goes up how long, and soon the night of weeping shall be the morning of song. So we know what going on, So when Prime Minister Andrew Holness duck it out and now, is a judgment in there. But I say, being at this near Prime Minister, and would call a Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Honorable Andrew Holness, being at this near what you're be tired, all you have to do right now, I turn to the strength and pride of an African sovereignty, your sovereignty. Say the crown of Ethiopia, and your honorable sister, Babs Green, now she's Her Excellency. So all you have to do, and the advice of the Prime Minister, you turn to your little sister, Her Excellency, and stand in the strength and pride of an African sovereignty, lifting high the banners of the red, black, and green, and the red, gold, and green banner with the black 5-pine star representing us as a people, and the heart symbol representing a righteous movement, and the lion symbol representing Ethiopia crowned. A crowned who come here and own us. A crowned who come here and own us and say we are blood brothers and sisters, black royal dynasty coming from King David and King Solomon coming right up to Menelik, to His Majesty here, and to I and I, sons and daughters. So make we turn to our black something, so the British them proud of them judgment, something you think King Charles I support in one down parliament, see all it who line up to come to the throne, generation after generation in this judgment.
So it will be you'll have a long relationship, continue to have a long relationship with the monarchy, it seems. All right, let's leave it there for today. Thank you for the call. Take care. All right, this is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. There's more after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:45. Youth Excellence takes center stage this Friday, May 12 at the Denby 4-H Center in Clarendon, as the Jamaica 4-H clubs will host their National Achievement Expo under the theme Grow Smart, Eat Smart, Youth Responding to Food Security. Features of the day include Grow Smart Technologies and Eat Smart Food Hub, prizes and awards, a celebrity spice cook-off, and more. Join Power Talk with Simon Crosskill for a live broadcast from the event, brought to you by the Jamaica 4-H Clubs. That's Power Talk, live from the Jamaica 4-H Clubs National Achievement Expo at the Denby 4-H Center in Clarendon this Friday, May 12, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., only on Power 106 FM.
This one's for the children. They got to keep them in his throne.
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 5 menos 14. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5 heures moins 14. 现在几点了？5点加14分。14 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Good afternoon to all working Jamaicans tuned into both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. It's a good time for us to ask ourselves, how productive have we been today? How productive have we been today? Let's clear a few more. Verol says, today is a special day to me, Brother Dervan. Someone is 70 years young. Well, happy 70th birthday to you, Verol. Happy 70th birthday to Verol, who continues to straddle both Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and Jamaica. Thank you very much, Verol, for keeping in touch, and happy 70th birthday to you, Verol. All the very best. Let's go to another of these messages here on your program, Both Sides of the Story. Power 106 FM. Miss Evadne says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Hope your weekend was wonderful. Enough love to all in class this afternoon. Good to have you on board, Miss Evadne. Take care. Salah says, Dervan, I watched the video with Warmington telling Colin Bell that he is a chink and flea. He doesn't need chink and fleas to be following him. What about those civil society groups that used to be vocal when the PNP were in government? Shame on them, Salah from Kingston. Thank you very much, Salah from Kingston, for your message on our text line, 876-365-3346. Let's go to WhatsApp for a call. This is Sean. Good afternoon, Sean. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Hi, how are you?
I am fine, thanks. You sound rather distant. You sound as if you are far away.
Yes, you're hearing me now?
You're still sounding distant.
You're hearing me now? I'm here.
Sounds like you're whispering. Hello?
Hearing me now? Yeah. You're hearing me loud and clear now?
No, it's rather faint, but let's just go ahead quickly. Let's see if we can tolerate it, or whether for how much longer we can tolerate the quality or lack thereof.
I'm here. As I was saying, I'm here.
No, this is not working out, Sean. It sounds like the source of the connection is weak. Sounds like you're trying to hide from the children around you. No, I'm hearing all kinds of sounds. All right, I tell you what, Sean, wheel and come again. Wheel and come again. Just hang up and try redialing, but the connection as it is now can't work. I'm hearing all kinds of sounds. Or just hang up and call us back, Sean. Hang up and call us back, please. Thank you very much. Let's go to another call. 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling. Hello, are you there? That person got tired of holding. Let's move on. 876-922-4112 are the numbers to call. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. This one says, Dear Mr. Malcolm, good day. I'm a senior citizen who is sitting at home. I would like to do something to occupy myself. I cannot get around as I have arthritis in both knees. I would like to do some craft, etc. Mentally, I'm okay, only my knees. Thank you. Well, we are encouraged to have you still going and with us and able to connect. We trust you will grow stronger with each day. And we suggest humbly that you put through a call if you're able to, or perhaps to get one of your grandchildren or other family member to assist you in placing a call to the National Council for Senior Citizens. The National Council for Senior Citizens. See if you can get in touch with the National Council for Senior Citizens and be advised as to what is possible. How about that? That's what we would humbly suggest at this time. Let's see if we can find a number for you, assuming that you're listening. 876-922-9500. Well, maybe that's not the one. Let me see here. That's for labor, as in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. Minister contact. You could try, for starters, 876-922-9500. That's 876-922-9500. And it goes up to 14. 876-922-9500. And it goes up to 14. Try that, please. Or you can Google assuming you're au fait with Google, whatever works for you. I think a regular phone call should be good enough to just try and get a number for the National Council for Senior Citizens and share your needs with the representative from the council. Please try that and let us know. All right. Speaking of trying, let's try with this connection from Sean again. Hello, good afternoon, Sean.
Good afternoon again.
No, man, it's still weak. The audio is still weak. I don't know what you're using. It doesn't even sound like a cell phone or a phone.
Hearing me now, loud and clear.
A little better. Go ahead, please.
So far on to Dervan. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm great so far. Mayor Keith is the only positive in work. You are Mr. Professor. You are Mr. Ambassador Jamaica.
Thank you very much, but I really think you need to fix the line or make an adjustment otherwise. The line is still bad. Still bad, Sean. Wheel and come again. Thank you for the call. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5, text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. Here are a couple of new messages. Taki Lemkwa says, bless the downside of the afternoon, Dervan, and all on board. Greetings. Greetings to you too, Taki Lemkwa. Thank you for joining us. And Cherry Henry says, keep up the good work. You're very kind, Cherry Henry. Thank you very much for your message. Chris Banton says, big up yourself, Sir Malcolm. Mr. Dervan Malcolm, it seems like when tolerance was giving away, you got it twice. Please tell Ras Lloyd that the offer is on the table, awaiting for him to accept. And that's the offer of an all-expense paid trip to the continent of Africa, and more precisely, Ethiopia. Let's see if Ras Lloyd responds favorably to that offer. And you only need one S for Ras, Chris. Ras Lloyd. And let's see. So let's move up the line here. Another message. I think we read that one already. Right. So I think we have, what time is it? Oops. All right. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story, for today, Monday, the 8th of May, 2023. The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on. Nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all your tears wash out a word of it. All things being well, Both Sides of the Story returns tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 5. Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm reminding all of us that every day is an opportunity to do better than yesterday. Take care.
Remember they could be us. Remember we are our brothers. I'm not trying to darken up the day. I help others in need and show them there's a better way. This one's for the children of the world. This one's for the children. We got people in his story. Many people are happy, and many people are sad. Some people have many things that others can only wish they had. So for the sake of the children, show them love's the only way to go. Cause there are tomorrow, people you got to know. I'm not trying to darken up the day. I help others in need and show them there's a better way. This one's for the children, the children of the world. This one's for the children. You gotta keep them in his soul. This one's for the children, the children of the world. This one's for the children. You gotta keep them in his soul. It's only for children, children of the world.
Bye.
You're listening to Power 106 FM, the